these values, and I think what the U.S. needs to do, these are kind of universal concerns. So you could say, well, where is Unicamp or where is Brazilian?
I think we have the same outlook. Most of our foreign students come for graduate studies, for graduate programs. We have a pretty large population from Latin America, from South America mostly. And in some countries, actually, we have played a big role in educating people at the PhD levels, and they go back. Yeah. And some stay, just like in the U.S. But undergraduates, just like you, we are very small. Yeah. Now, let's change a little bit to the subject of assessment. In Brazil, it's a big issue assessing. We have the ENADE-SINAI system, which is part institutional assessment, part faculty, part curriculum, and part an exam. Basically, an exam is called ENADE, is a very well, it gets a lot of media attention, the rankings, and etc. And I understand you have in the U.S. a group of universities that got together and developed this assessment of a student experience, something that I'd like you to talk a little bit about that.
Yes, well, just to remind the audience that we don't have a Ministry of Education in the United States. There is something called the U.S. Department of Ed, but it doesn't play the kind of central role in setting up policy or accountability regimes that you see in most parts of the world. So that's, in my view, in the U.S. circumstance, that's an advantage, because more and more you'll see it's more of a bottom-up process. What are universities doing to take a look at learning outcomes or assessment of the teaching quality and these kinds of things? So one project that we started at the University of California and was a co-founding principal investigator was to survey students, a census survey of all students at the University of California system. That's 9 campuses. We have 10 campuses total, but one is a medical school. The 9 undergraduate campuses includes campuses, Berkeley being the first of the university system, UCLA, San Diego, others. And this survey, it goes to about 182,000 students, and we get a very good response rate. So we get a great data set, and this has been used both to promote scholarly research on the undergraduate experience and who are our students, but it's also very much integrated into quality assessment. So, but these are frameworks and ways of using data and a motivation that comes from the institution. How can we do better? And I would say leads us to something that I think is at Unicamp, is this culture of self-improvement, excuse me, and that is data-driven, not just anecdotal. So this is integrated into our evaluations of programs, looking at various subpopulations. It's used in accountability reports and these kinds of things. So this is one element in trying to assess the quality of what you're doing in terms of teaching.
And I understand the system is integrated to the academic records like grades, and so that you can see trends, you can detect problems in programs. It goes down to even a special, particular major or program, then you can get information.
Berkeley does the survey yearly, and it is longitudinal, as you said, to benchmark so we can see change if we do some program reform. Can we get monitored or get a sense of how it's used? So this is very important. The census approach creates a large enough database that you can drill down to various subpopulations. So it's a very powerful tool, and it is, as you said, linked to other data sets, so we're not asking students every question in the world. We link it to grades, in small classes, large classes, these kinds of things. And, it's really been kind of an eye-opener for many of our senior leadership and faculty as to, well, who are our students and what's really happening to them? Well, how much research engagement do they really have, and what's the variety of it? And I guess I should note that
expectations, when they enter the university, they start their programs, and at the end, when they're exiting, if they're going to the market, if they're staying for graduate studies, everything like that.
Yes, and so you're tracking those students individually, because we're very careful about privacy. answers are not traceable. It's very important. But you're basically looking at this grouping of students from their first year entering to their senior year. And I should note that now this tool is proved, and it's really catered to the environment of a research university, the expectations of students and these, how much are they engaged in public service and other kinds of things. So now we have 7 other universities that are also members. They're all members of what we call the American Association of Universities. These are the top quality universities in the United States. It's a grouping, and so
all publics.
All publics. Michigan, University of North Carolina just joined. Virginia. Texas, Minnesota. So it's a strong group. You say yes. It's been all public so far, but I just got a notification that maybe the University of Southern California would like to join. So we'll have to see. Before
it's
it was
not
all
restricted, but it has been mostly maybe because of interest of showing public the groups of the politicians and the administration that how things are going. So it's this desire of being open to the public.
Public universities generally have much more, in the United States, I would say, I presume here in Brazil, have much more demands on them about transparency, about what they're doing, and private universities have a more of a corporate interior. And, it doesn't mean they don't do high-quality programs, obviously, but it's a very kind of different environment. But I think the attractiveness of this, the power of this is that we know that campus-wide data tells you something, and you can look at satisfaction on these kinds of, but really the power is to be able to compare at the departmental level or other subgroups. So if you want to know about really how your civil engineering program is doing at, say, Unicamp or something like that, if they were to be part of a group, they could compare it to a Berkeley or to a Minnesota or to others in Brazil, perhaps. That's the level of analysis that you get the most information and the most accuracy.
Oh, it's good, and Unicamp is looking forward to participate at some level, a pilot, and we hope this works out for next year. Mm-hmm. And I think, thank you. I think we are closing our debate here, our conversation. Thank you very much. And I hope you also enjoyed your stay here.
Oh, very much. I did want to say that it's been a fantastic experience, and to thank you and others here at Unicamp for inviting me.
Thank you.